All right, man. Peace to the family. Peace to the family. We're gonna wait for some of y'all to get in here, man. What's going on? What's going on? So I know everybody know it's been over 2 hours now since the news that Karmelo Anthony has been released on a $25,000 bond. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to get up in here. Gonna wait for that notification to kick in because I know it's about to hit my phone in a few seconds. All right. Let's see, because I know they're a little bit slow. All right. But anyway, we want to get right into it, man. Everybody that's coming in here, please do me a favor. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and make sure that you share, and hit that like button. Please make sure you share. All right. Now the notification just came through. All right. Everybody, please make sure that you share and hit that like button. So let's go to the video. Get that one out the way. Oh, it's reloading. Hold on 1 second, y'all. One more second. Hold on. All right. Okay, boom. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Everybody, again, if while y'all coming in here, please make sure you hit the like button and share that I'm on. Spirit Wonder, please share that I'm on. Family, I will gladly appreciate that. And what's up to you as well. All right. The numbers is jumping up. Everybody hit that like button, please. Please make sure you share that I'm on. Please share that I'm on. I will gladly appreciate you. Melrose, peace, family. Salute to you. I think you out there in Harlem, if I'm not mistaken. Salute to you. Please share that I'm on too. Let's get right to it. If that's you, I think that's you though, but salute to you. All right. All right, let's go. I think this is the shorter version. It's already on mute. It's gonna come on.
We're up.
Karmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say? Anything that you'd like to say to the victims, the family of the victims? Why were you armed, sweetheart? Karmelo, why were you armed at school? Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Excuse me.
No, you like to say.
I had to browse.
Now we see that he's already out. A lot of people is happy. I know I'm happy, right? We gonna get it. We gonna get it to. We got more to go. But listen, everybody's happy. But here's the thing. I put in the chat. I put a poll up there and I asked, do you think that Judge Angela Tucker, if she's going to step down? I'm gonna be honest. I'm on the fence because she's getting a lot of death threats. We're gonna go to that in a few minutes. But I wanna set this off for some things that I wrote real quick, right? So I'm gonna make it real quick. We'll get right to it. And this is about double standards. All right, let's go. The conversation around double standards and self-defense, especially when it comes to race. I hate speaking about race, man, but y'all see what's going on in the world, right? So I just want to speak about it and keep it going, right? The conversation around double standards and self-defense, especially when it comes to race, is deeply rooted in America's history of systematic racism, media portrayal, and unequal application of laws. Now, here's the breakdown. And what it means to, when we talk about double standards, right? Now, the legal system, the biasness. Many studies in real life cases have shown that when Black people claim self-defense, they are more likely to be 1, charged with a crime, 2, convicted, 3, given harsher sentences compared to white counterparts in similar situations. Now, I know y'all remember this example, Marissa Alexander, when she shot up in the air, she got 20 years for that. She got 20 years for firing a warning shot during a domestic violence situation in Florida. She just stayed in front of her step in front of her door and just shot in the air, boom, just to disperse the fighting that was happening on her lawn, I believe, just in front of her house. She get 20 years for that. And it's highlighted how stand your ground laws are not always applied equally. Media betrayal. When a white person claims self-defense, media often paint them as afraid, protecting their property, or a family person protecting themselves, right? But when it's a black person, when they do the same, they are often shown as dangerous, aggressive, or a part of a criminal lifestyle. Does that seems to sound familiar when it comes to Anthony, Carmelo Anthony, but his literal whole lifestyle, the character, the jobs that he has, the big brother, the you know what I mean? He's a positive influence on his younger siblings. He got 2 jobs. He's constantly in church. He's a captain of his team. That means he's a leader. People look up to him, all different races. He's the captain of his team. So evidently he's a good role model for people to follow. So he just broke the whole mold of the stereotypical stigma that they place on us. You know what I mean? But anyway, that framing heavily influenced public opinion, even jury decisions. We're going to get into the demographics again, because that, I'm telling y'all, the juror selection is going to be crucial in this case. He's home. But I'm telling you, if something don't happen, that man, that boy, that teenager, he's going to go to jail for a long time. They're going to try to get him at least, see, again, he can't get the death penalty. He can't get life without parole. But you know how they are. Just because you can't get life without parole or get life, you could get 50 years. You could get 30, 40 years. If they want to be that way, how many cases, especially back in the days, when, you know what I mean, we got Emmett Till, they all got off. John the Bomb, the dude that, but he wound up getting locked up. But you know, there's numerous of cases where they had all white jurors, and the white people who normally and boast about killing and so for so on, they got off. So I'm telling y'all, that's the only thing we should be afraid of, and the family should be afraid of, because they can literally railroad him on this case. So everybody have to really pay attention to this case. But anyway, again, that frames heavily influences on public opinion and even jury decisions. And I pulled up, I can't see the chat either. I pulled up let me see if I can do that right now. This is crucial when it comes down to juror selection. Hold on now. Hold on. Because I need y'all to understand something. I forgot how I put it in the because all right, so what they do, what the lawyers do, the prosecutors do when they go for a jury selection, you know that they question them like they on the stand. They go through hundreds of fucking jurors, potential jurors, and see where their mentality is before they use them as one of the 12 jurors. So they screen them, they vet them, they ask them questions, they see where they mind at, and they cherry pick who they need to keep in the juror. So we have to take all of that shit in consideration, because they can cherry pick the jurors that were literally sent him to jail for 50 years. He's going to come home. He's not getting life, Negroes, but he got 50 years. So we have to be very crucial, and that's why his trial should not be in Collin County. It should be amongst his peers, diverse. But anyway, let me finish reading because it's almost done. I wanted to get this out before we go further. Where I'm at. All right. Implicit bias and stereotypes. Many people even subconsciously associate blackness with danger due to centuries of stereotypes. This leads to quicker judgments, fear-based reactions, less empathy for black victims, as we can see, right? So when a black person uses self-defense, they are not always seen as the victim, even when they clearly are. Clearly, this dude stood his ground, and he used deadly force because his life was in danger. All right, my final thought, right? The issue isn't just about race, it's about power, perception, and a system that was never built for Black people's safety in mind. Until those foundations are addressed, these double standards will keep showing up in courtrooms, media, and society. Hold on. I think. All right. Here. Hold on. All right. Let me go there. There's a couple more. This is very crucial too. Very crucial. Why it feels like. Excuse me. Hold on. Sorry. Why it feels like Black self-defense ain't even right. Even a right. Excuse me. You ever notice how white folks can pull out a gun, shoot somebody, and claim I was scared and walk away with a pat on the back? Meanwhile, a Black man defends himself and suddenly he's a threat to society, aggressive and resisting arrest. That ain't self-defense in their eyes. That's justification to what? Lock them up. Kyle Rittenhouse walked around with an AR-15 during the protest, killed 2 people, not guilty. Made a video on how he wanted to kill people. He had an illegal firearm. Went across jurisdictions to another town, aiming and pointing guns at people. People was chasing him around and pointing guns back at him, certain people, because he was loose. He already premeditated what he was going to do. He just needed somebody to provoke him. Not guilty. Marissa shot fired in the air, 20 years in prison. And I have something else on George Zimmerman too. I want to get that out my system too. Let's be real. The legal system wasn't built for us. From the jump, laws were written to protect white property and power, not Black lives. So when a Black person uses their rights, like standing their ground, the system hits them with more charges, less bail, longer sentences, disbelief of fear. Okay? Because in their eyes, we are never the victim, only the suspect. Psychologically plays a role too. They've been conditioned through media and history books in his story and movies to see Blackness as threatening. So when a Black person raises their voice or defends themselves, it's like, oh, they must be dangerous. While if it's a white person, they were protecting their home, their family. Same action, different skin, whole different outcome. All right? And I got 2 more right here, and I'm done, right? And I'm done right here. It just tells Blacks, don't defend yourself. Don't fight back. Just take it on the chin, all right? Or we will make you pay for surviving. It's a way to keep us in check, to keep us silent, and to make sure the scales of justice is tilt. Bottom line, the double standards is real, is deep, and is deadly. That's why we need to keep speaking up, educating, and calling it out, because silence is compliance, and we ain't staying quiet. All right. So I just wanted to get those out the way. Everybody, please do me a favor. Again, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. If you haven't shared yet, please share. I will gladly appreciate you. All right. Hit that like button. Let me get this George Zimmerman out the way. All right. We're going to go to some more videos. Just hold up now. I'm going to get this shit out the way because y'all know I'll be bouncing all over the place and I'll be forgetting shit. So, especially when I'm freestyling. Okay, I'll be here. Pew, pew, pew. I'll be like a tennis fucking ball, okay? Hold on, soldier. Hold on. Where you at? Where you at, George Zimmerman? Hold on, because it's real quick. Hold on, sir. I just had it. Hold on. Y'all be easy, because I know y'all like, hurry up. Right. I just had the George Zimmerman shit. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Just gonna read it. Now, matter of fact, let me share my screen so y'all can follow with me. It's real quick. But let's just read. This is George Zimmerman. Real quick, son. Real quick. Let me see if it's blown up a little bit. Okay, y'all can see it, right? I'm just blowing it up just for y'all a little bit more. All right, real quick, y'all. Real quick. And I'm kind of surprised I'm not smacking. Y'all know I be smacking this shit. So maybe I did. I didn't realize it, but I be trying not to smack. But god damn, I know it's annoying to me when I rewatch my live sometimes. So thank y'all for putting up with that shit. It don't be on purpose. Okay. Damn, I just popped right there. Okay, so we already know the what happened, right? So let me just skim down the shooting and subsequent events, including Zimmerman acquittal on charges of second-degree murder and manslaughter. Now, let me just read from it. Let me just put it all in context. George Zimmerman case gained national attention because he fatally shot Trayvon Martin, an unarmed 17-year-old black man, teenager, in self-defense. Zimmerman, a volunteer in his neighborhood watch group, even though police told him on the phone to stand down, leave him alone, don't follow him on numerous occasions, but he continued anyway. Claimed he shot Martin after perceiving him as a threat during confrontation. When police told you to leave him alone, stand down, we are on our way, and you continue to follow him. You was grabbing him. He was saying to get off him, get off me. And he used his reaction to put hands and feet on you, and he got the best of you, and you didn't like it, and you murdered him, and you claimed self-defense. All right? Zimmerman acquittal on charges of second-degree murder and manslaughter sparked widespread debate and protest, particularly surrounding race relations and the use of self-defense laws, especially stand your ground. The jury acquitted Zimmerman of all charges of second-degree murder and manslaughter, finding that the shooting was justified under the law of self-defense. Now, that's very quick, very simple. He had every right to be under that tent. It was raining. I gotta pull up how the distance. I remember I did that before. Let me pull that up again. I know where I ain't lose my thoughts. But let me just pull up Google Earth and let me just show y'all the distance. I don't know if y'all did the calculations yet on how far Centennial Memorial School is close to the I forgot the name of it, but that stadium, the track meet. Let me just pull that up now. And we could just go from there. Hold on, everybody, please forgive me. Okay, y'all know I'm special now. Y'all know that. New project. Come on, baby. All right. Oh shit. I used the other one, but fuck. Damn. I don't want no dead space. Okay. What is that? That stadium? Fuck. Damn. Anyway, because I think I didn't put it on Google Earth. Let me go right here. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. And I don't want no dead space, right? Stadium, right? Kiker Stadium. Yeah. I think yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Hold on. Let me all right. Directions. Hold on. I got y'all. I got it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second, please. Hold on. We're gonna do the distance right now together. They got my location up? Oh no. Oh yeah, I can't show y'all that right now. Okay. And Centennial. Okay. Let's. All right, motherfucker. Hold on. Why is it not showing the distance though? Okay. Move that out the way. X out. What's the why is it not showing the distance though? This is crazy. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you crazy, Mike. Centennial High School. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Let me share my screen. My bad, y'all. My bad. And plus, I'm working off of 4 hours of sleep. Like I'm on fumes. I'm running on fumes. So definitely forgive me. I'm running on fumes. Literally running on fumes. All right. Everybody, please make sure that you share, God damn it, and hit that like button. So this is the distance. Everybody goes to this goddamn stadium. This is Austin School. God bless his soul, man. This is nothing about, just throwing smut on that man's name, on that boy's name. He lost his life, man. Life is precious. However, from my point of view, he did it to himself, and God bless him. All right. So he's 11 minutes. No, this is excuse me. This is this is not Memorial High School. This is Centennial. So this is Karmelo School. I'm sorry, because Memorial High School is 7 minutes away from the stadium. And let's go there so you can see Centennial High School. Boom. It's 11 minutes. Boom. Let me put Memorial High School right there. 14 minutes. Okay, before it says 7. It says 7. So it's all good. So everybody goes right here to the same place. Boom. Okay. So at the end of the day, everybody had the right to go to that goddamn spot. It was raining hard, winds gusty. It was numerous of people sitting under that tent, like the black what you call it, the eyewitness said that we were sitting under the tent, and a guy that we don't know walked over there. Nobody said anything to him. Nobody bothered him. No, nothing. Nobody was fucking with him. He came and sat down. It's raining. What you expect? And those two dudes who was 6'1". You know what I mean? 225. That's big, son. That's big. And I'm losing weight because I'm drinking a lot of lemons and shit like that. So I'm trying to burn and cleanse my goddamn liver and shit. You know what I mean? I was drinking before. But anyway, two big motherfuckers. And you telling him to move. You don't tell a person to move. You ask. If you telling somebody, that means you want that smoke, because you don't know what that boy was going through that day, or anybody. And you put your hands on him. You threaten him. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel because we know the goddamn story. But you were the aggressor. And they keep saying because words made him go into his bag. No, not only words made him go into his bag. The threat, the bodily harm, and there's two people. And mind you, he was there because of his friend. He had a friend that was playing there or running there that day. So he came there, I guess, in support, or just because his friend is going to be running track meet or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So he had every legal right to be there. And they keep saying, he brought a knife to school. What do you mean he brought a knife to school? He didn't nobody went to school that day. They was at a track meet. Why do people carry guns in Texas and go to supermarkets to go shopping? Ain't nothing happening. There's nothing but food and fucking products. Most of it'll kill you. You gonna shoot the cereal with aspartame and all that extra shit? High fructose corn syrup and all that shit? Why are you bringing a gun to fucking a supermarket or to your kids' baseball games, right? Because you never know. So he had every legal right to bring a fucking knife with him. Yeah, that part. So he had every right, because you never know what happened. Centennial coaches was there. Centennial coaches was witnessed everything. Multiple people witnessed it. So again, it wasn't him just going into his bag because of words. He went into his bag because of the threat. Two identical big athletes, strong. Nigga, you know athletes are strong as fuck. Especially if they practicing every day and running shit. Some strong big niggas. And it was the threat. And the threatening of the words, because why would he say punch me in the face and see what happens if the motherfucker didn't say I'm gonna punch you in the face? You know he did, because he went into his bag like, yo, touch me, see what happened. What? Punch me in the face. Go ahead, punch me in the face. And the guy still touched him. So the continuity of the conversation just let you know these guys was the aggressor. But when it's all right, because it's all white. The double standard is real. It's real. And it's like, that's why I'm glad that everybody is waking up. It's standing on code. And that's what's needed. And they mad that they raised a lot of money. His bail, she lowered it to 250,000. They paid 25,000. He was out of there. Anyway, let's go to some footage. Let's go to because y'all know I could talk. And you know what? I'm gonna open the floor too. I open the floor for some of y'all as well too. Because the last time I wanted to open the floor and totally forgot. Again, everybody, if you haven't shared, share. I will gladly appreciate you. If anybody want to jump on the panel right now, free for all. Even if you have opposing views, you can jump on. Just be respectful. I'm gonna be respectful. So let's get it. All right, let's go. And again, I'm running on fumes. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. All right. So hold on. Let me play this again for those who just coming in here. Here's the footage. Let me play it again. Welcome home, young man. This dude.
We're up.
I'm gonna get to him. I spoke about him the other night. I don't know how he is the spokesman. I'm not saying that he's not good. I'm just saying there's an agenda behind this man, and this is Dominique Alexandra. I don't want to jump in that bag right now.
We're up.
Karmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say? Karmelo, anything that you'd like to say to the victims, the family of the victims? Why were you armed, sweetheart? Karmelo, why were you armed at school? Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Excuse me.
No, you didn't say.
Damn, that shit. I know. And these motherfuckers are outraged. Let's go to my bookmark real quick, and then we're gonna come back to this group because he's trending. I know y'all already know, but he's trending all over on all platforms. But let me go to my bookmarks because I want to show y'all something. Okay, y'all probably seen that already. This is before he came home. This is about the bond. So I'm pretty sure y'all seen this before he got out. Salute to this girl. Look at Matt Wallace. Here we go. This evil judge deserves to spend the rest of her life in prison for what she did today. Don't you know these people got hundreds of? I'm gonna get right back to it. Just give me a second. Y'all, let me tell you something, man. They got over 400 years. And let's just take off 300. Let's take off 300. Let's take off 440 years. Let's take off 440 years. 60 years since civil rights. You know how much shit we've been through legally that we had to put up with, and y'all just smile. All the stuff that y'all got away with. It makes me sick. It literally makes me sick to my stomach that how y'all could just sit up there with a straight face and be so hateful. Yes, it's so triggering. Look, if this Michael was born back then, I would have been, my body parts would have still been in jars right now. I'm not even holding you because I would have been snapped. My body would have been riddled with 100 bullets. My penis would have been in Arkansas. My fucking left kneecap would have been in Little Rock. My fucking ass cheek would have been in fucking Mississippi somewhere. Like every body part would have been just dispersed, and I would have been on postcards because I would have snapped. The way I am, oh nah, there's no fucking way. They would have hung my ass. But I would have took a lot of y'all motherfuckers with me. But anyway, I am trying to go there right now. Anyway, continue to share and hit that like button. I got somebody that's on here real quick. What's your thoughts? We're gonna get back to what's going on. What's poppin'?
Yeah. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm good, Femi. Can you please mute the background real quick, brother?
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry.
It's all good. What's your thoughts, real quick, brother? I appreciate you.
Um, let me come back in. I'll go out and come back in.
All right. So, all right, cool.
Okay.
All right. Where I'm at. Okay. You probably was scared. I don't know. You probably nervous. Sometimes I get nervous when I be on other people's shows too. Yo, when I call into Star Report show, like I don't know why. I just get nervous. Not because I know how Star is, because you know what I mean? That's my guy, but I don't know why I get nervous when I go on other people's fucking shows and shit like that. That's why I don't be calling in no more. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm gonna bring it back. Anybody, please make sure you show some love to the platform too, if you don't mind. It don't hurt. But hold on. What's your thoughts, real quick, King? What's up?
All right, so yeah, I am glad that Carmelo's out of jail. First of all, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what you were saying earlier about all the stuff that we've been through, man.
Yes.
When you look at it, like you said, since the '60s or the '50s,
Mm-hmm.
we have endured so much pain and stuff and suffering that, to be honest, man, it's sad the boy got killed, man. But this goes to show you how white people feel about us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's a sad thing, but we've endured so much pain, man, as a people. And something else that's very sickening to me, man, is I hear black people going against Carmelo, calling him a thug and all of this stuff. I think that's wrong. I think for a black person to say that is very disgusting, to be honest with you. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo, here's the thing, man. Look, you have two white guys. They were 6'2", 225 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they approached this young man.
Mm-hmm.
The young man happened to have a knife in his bag. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he was scared and he reacted.
Right.
Okay, one, two. The police officer, when he said what he was saying to the cop, first of all, you don't say anything to the police officer.
You should have read his Miranda's.
Right.
And I think the police was conscious of that.
Exactly. Yeah. And the officer took advantage of him, right? So
explain how he took advantage of him, because to me, I don't think so, but maybe
okay.
I overlooked something.
When you see a child, okay, the officer is trained for this kind of stuff.
Right.
He knows that the young boy is very ignorant. He don't understand because, first of all, Carmelo said, I had just stabbed somebody. What the officer should have did was said, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Let me read you your rights." He didn't do that. So the officer knew that he had him.
3 occasions, right? On 3 occasions.
Right. So now look at this though. This is where it's going to backfire. I'm going to tell you something. When they in court, when they say, ask the officer, why didn't you read him his right? There's going to be biasness. There's going to be biasness there. So I'm going to tell you something, man. I think Carmelo's going to get, to be honest with you, I think he might get 5 years probation and he's going to get community service. I really believe that's going to happen. Okay. Now, in the time being, if his family raised $400,000, right? Say if they raised $450,000 and they had to pay $250,000 for his bail, right?
25, 10%, 25,000.
Right. Okay. The family should take that other $250,000 and put towards security. If you notice, when he walked out, that he didn't have no security around him. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Think about that.
Go ahead. I'm about to look. I'm about to pull up the video again. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. If you look, he had no security around him. He had nobody.
Right.
So
I see what you're saying. He didn't have a lot of them. I get it, but let's hold on though. But the rest of the money, I think they raised over 500,000. But
Okay,
you should spend some money for security. Get the FOI, but if they get the
That's
FOI, that's going to bring more scrutiny. So that's going to be another angle. So they have other professional security.
yeah, no, yeah.
But
That's
hold on, let me finish this point real quick.
okay.
The other amount should be, it's going to be for the lawyers, and that's why the more of the donations, the better, because
That's right. You
that
right.
defense is going to be.
Yeah, you right. You right about that, brother. You right about that. Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's definitely yeah. So that's definitely what's gonna happen. And is there anything else you would like to share real quick? But you made some good points, and I appreciate you.
Oh no, brother. Hey, I just want to say I had just found your channel and I just subscribed to your channel, man. So
Thank you.
I like your commentary
Thank
and
you,
all
sir.
that. You know what I'm saying? All right,
I
sir.
appreciate you, man.
Thanks a
You
lot,
stay
brother.
up, man.
All right,
Peace.
goddamn. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, thank you, everybody. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe and please click that bell for all notifications. I'm gonna put the link in there if anybody else wanna get on. All right, so this is free for all. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have that conversation, and I think everybody should voice their opinions. You know what I mean? So the link is right there in the chat. So anybody can jump on right now if you want. So let's get back to it though. All right, and here we go. Let me see what else I got for y'all. All right. We're gonna talk about China. Ooh, yeah, I forgot. We're gonna talk about China exposing America, exposing all you motherfuckers. Yes, please make sure you donate to the platform. Goddamn it, please make sure you do. All right. But anyway, they are exposing America. We all know. We're gonna get right back to it. But let me just say this, please. We're gonna get into China exposing America. You know how we paying all that goddamn money to look fly? I'm guilty. I got other shit in there too. I'm guilty. We're all guilty. Just spending a whole bunch of money. I remember I was buying, man, I used to go to the Short Hill Mall in New Jersey, man. When I get off work in my motherfucking truck, flies, I go to the polo store, get the polo glasses, the shirts. It's a lot of fucking money. I'm spending 200 some change on Gucci glasses and shit like that. All that shit. I did that. But that shit is like $10 to make, $5 to make. So China has literally came out and exposed all of the luxury brands that is literally having them make their brands, ship it back to their country so they could put a little add-on attachments and put made in Italy on it, made in America on it. You know what I mean? Just to make it authentic. Nigga, order from China. But anyway, let's get back to the subject at hand, god damn it. Okay? We're gonna get to that because that's definitely something we need to talk about. Excuse me. Dude sneaks out the house. There's $1 million eyes on jail. Was safer for him. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people their life is gonna be in danger. Let's get right to it. His life is gonna be in danger. It's definitely gonna be in danger. It's definitely gonna be in danger. Hold on 1 second. Let me get that out the way. Boom. Everybody, please share and hit that like button, please. All right, share, hit that like button. Now, okay, this is the judge. Look at this. Wait, hold on. Damn, I should have saved that comment. Where was it? Who that? That dude is definitely not Black American. The dude, I don't know if it's this one, but the dude said, where does she stay? Right? We're gonna read some of these comments. And I think they took it off. This was it. And the reply on it was like, I hope there's a I hope they had some oak wood, some oak trees down there, basically saying like to hang them and stuff like that. So let's just read. And we already know about Matt Wallace. You know he's a suspected white supremacist too. So let's all right, hold on. Let's just read the comments. In a nutshell, the judge reduced the bond to $50,000 and all the family needs is 10%. Okay, we got that. Let me see if this the one. White people should riot like the blacks do. See how it feels. Let's go to the comment section right here. These are critical too. This is the consensus of when you talk about post racial shit, whatever. No, man, it's a lot. It's been alive and well since what's that movie that brought the Klansmen back out? Not Once Upon a Time in America. What's that shit? Damn, I forgot the name. Y'all know the name. That I'm looking at it right now. I can't even say it, but that goddamn movie. It's alive and well. They just in white sheets, and then black people were hung, die slow though. Get over it. They don't have the spinal cord to do that. They rather do it easy or social media. Okay. You pussies. Anyway, let's continue. Hold on, let's get out of here. Okay. All right. So first degree, 250,000. Colin, he got out, basically 25,000. God bless his soul, because his funeral was yesterday. Saturday. Austin, his funeral was yesterday. It didn't really get that much coverage. I mean, it had some coverage on social media a little bit, but there wasn't that much footage. I seen footage inside of the church that he normally goes to. Both of these kids was church-going kids. You know what I mean? They pretty much did the same thing. Both of their family, you know what I'm saying? They live in a good neighborhood. Like it's the skin that separates everything, man. And that's crazy. But anyway, this is the judge, and I'm saying I have a feeling she's going to step down. You know how much her life is in danger right now? This judge right here, her life is in so much danger right now. Because she's the one that could free him. And we talking about Texas, family. Shit, any goddamn where. But specifically, we talking about Texas right now. Her address is probably put all over the place. You know, a lot of these suspected people from the other side of the tracks, they got connections and can know exactly where this lady live at. Know exactly where her children go to school at, or where they work at, where her husband work at, her daily routine. You know, people's watching her daily routine now. You know, they outside scheming and staking out her crib and shit like that. She probably leak her brakes or some shit, and she go off the cliff or something, or crash into a tree. God forbid. Trust me, I don't want anything to happen to this lady. But just this right here, by reducing his bail, could have put a target on her back. But here's the thing too, black people. Stop being scared. That's it. I mean, take precautions. Don't be dumb. But let's give this lady some respect, though. Put some respect on Angela Tucker's name. We're gonna put respect on her name right now. And it's not a black or white thing. But they see it like that. Black people only wants to be treated fair across the board. White people, they like, no, this system was designed for me and my ancestors. You know, you abide by these rules. Our rules. It doesn't apply to you. This is the mentality, and it's innate. It's ingrained. It's embedded. All we've been fighting for this whole time is to be treated fair. That's it. When you look at back in the days and what the fuck we've been through, all we wanted was equal justice, equal opportunity, just as much as freedom as you. Leave me alone. I won't bother you. But guess what? When we was chilling, creating our own towns, oil rigs, drilling oil out the ground, churches, livestock, movie theaters, banks, stores, tailors, doctors, physicians, nurses, music, everything that we was doing. Tulsa, so many other places. And what did they do? They was jealous. Just look at old history documentaries. They're gonna tell you. In certain towns where black people were thriving and doing better, not even just thriving, but just having more or the same amount of what the next white man have, they felt like the black man did not deserve to have what they have or what they don't have. So whatever you had that you worked for, you built and you did on your own without their assistance or their help or their guidance or their instructions, they said, you worked hard, nigga. You did everything you needed to do. Because we don't want you niggas around. So you uppity niggas done took care of yourself? You done washed up and pulled yourself up by your bootstraps on your own? And you got a better car than me? I don't even own my own business. Oh, you don't deserve that. Who was the biggest fucking haters on the planet? Who? History shows we did nothing to you. History shows we did nothing to you. And people keep forgetting to literally look at history, the documentaries, the tongue, the stories that has been told, the movies that have been played that they created. Look how they act and look how we act. Total difference. One just wanted to be treated fairly, and one just wanted to dominate by any means necessary and didn't give a fuck about ramifications because there were none. But somehow the world is tricked to be afraid of us. Let's continue. I know some of y'all mad. Y'all probably want to smoke a cigarette right now. I'm trying to quit, motherfucker, but I'm gonna smoke one once I get off. See, and that's the thing. I hate speaking about this. I hate it. I hate it. I lost a lot of sponsors because of this shit. Some people can do it and just blow the fuck up. I'm not gonna jump into that bag. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it pushing. I'm not even tripping. But again, everybody, hit that like button. Please share. If you would like to donate, please make sure you drop something in the bucket for your boy. You say you smoking one, Corey? Exactly. Trust me. I understand. Trust me, I do. We all should light up a fucking cigarette or a blunt because we still living in this same society. We still have limited opportunities. I mean, we moved up higher than before, but there's still always a glass ceiling. Always. I gotta fix that right there. Gotta fix that one. That's one keep because it's getting hotter now. Now it's trying to, you know what I mean? When it get hot. And this one, I'm gonna fix that one. I fixed that one before I got on. Look, it's sliding now. But anyway, I'm gonna fix it anyway. It's all good. But let's continue. Again, if anybody want to jump on, man, feel free. Feel free. Feel free. The link is right there. Feel free to jump on if you want. All right. But anyway, let's continue, right? Oh, let me go to the demographics again. We're gonna go right back to what's the name? All right, we're gonna go back to some videos, but I just wanna how long I've been here? 48 minutes. All right, I'm gonna give it another 45 and I'm out. Let me just go here again. And this is jury selection. This is for jury selection because I'm gonna make this short and sweet. The demographics in Collin County, where all of this transpired: 51% white, 17.6% Asian, 10.6% Black American, multiracial Hispanics, that is 6.77%, white Hispanic 5.77%, other Hispanic 2.98%, other non-Hispanic 0.56%, biracial, Black and white 8.4%. Now, when you add all of that, that's 51, that's 17, that's 5, that's 6. That is over 100%, man. That's over 100%. Well, no, excuse me. That's and let me. I'm gonna round it off. Boom, boom. That's 12. Uh, close to 100, like 80 plus percent, like 80 plus percent, or 90, like a good 90%. That they're gonna cherry pick as his peers to sit on the jury. He's in trouble. He's still in trouble. He's home. He's home, but he's still in trouble. I just wanted to get that out the way. Let's keep that shit in mind. All right. Everybody that's here, that's new, please. Thank you for coming in. Please make sure that you subscribe before you leave and hit that like button before you leave. Okay. Has posted bond, this and the third. This guy, I really don't want to jump into that bag right now, but this guy, he is sneaky to me, and he preaches. He don't speak up for. He just have an agenda, and I just don't want to jump into that bag. I'm pretty sure y'all already know where I may go with it, but I'm just going to leave it alone for this conversation's sake. It's a time and a place for it. But I'm glad he's home. But this guy, he has an agenda. Let me play this again for y'all.
We're up. We're up. We're up. We're up.
And you're right, he didn't have security, and he needs.
Why were you armed, Karmelo? Why were you armed at school?
And you see, why was you armed at school? They keep bringing up school when school was literally 11 minutes away from that stadium. And they saying it on purpose. So when they keep being repetitive with that key word, those keywords that's going to stick, school, knife at school. Why you bring a knife at school? All public opinion is going to play to these jurors, and this is on purpose.
Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Stupid.
No, you can say.
My phone about to die. Oh, man.
I had to browse.
Only Queen Kente donated to the platform. I appreciate you, Queen. I mean, y'all should definitely show some love to the platform, y'all. I would definitely appreciate it, man. Please make sure y'all show some love to the platform as well. But he definitely, as that man said that was just up on a panel, he needs security. But this is Texas. Stay in your ground law. He can't leave the house. He cannot leave the house until the courts say he can leave. So he cannot leave the house. Anybody come up on that property? You know what I mean? You know what you need to do. The people that needs to be protected in this is the judge, most definitely, in the Anthony family. All right. And Anthony, okay, hold on. She speaks, I think. Okay, here she goes.
Now when we can have, summer interns come up and they are every race, creed, color, gender, but they can see someone that looks like them on the bench. I think that is so beneficial because it's representation. And when they look at me, young kids, law students, whoever it is, I want them to say, if she can do it, I can do it too. Now when we can have, summer interns come up and they are every race, creed, color, gender, but they can see someone that looks like them on the bench. I think that is so beneficial because it's
she's a beautiful Black sister. And let me just say this too. Hold on now. Respectfully, we don't know who she's married. It's not even funny. We don't know who she's married to too. So could she have a Black husband? Could she have a Peter? We don't know. I don't know. But Austin Metcalf's admitted killer Austin Metcalf's admitted killer, Karmelo Anthony, was just let out of jail because of a DEI judge named Angela Tucker. You see that? Diverse means not white. There's so much anti-white racism going on in this country right now. These are the thoughts. And you know what's crazy right now? You know, because now they have to be so censored, especially in mainstream media. They can't just be blatantly racist like they do on social media. But when they have a chance to, they literally explain exactly how they feel. This is how you know racism has never left. You understand what I'm saying? So you know they are really boiling inside. You know what I mean? Because they feel like they are censored. They can't be how they was in the 60s. They can't just blatantly walk down the street and a black person supposed to walk in the middle of the street in the puddle so a white couple could walk by while he tilt his hat and keep his head down. You can't make eye contact with a white woman. Or if you need to laugh, you got to laugh in a laughing barrel. Or you got to go through the back, nigga. Or you can't sit over there. You got to sit up there in the stands up there and the rafters up there. You know what I mean? Your entrance is through the back. And your exit is through the back. You know, we don't make Negro pies. You know what I mean? Here's your nigga pie. Oh, 35 miles? 35 miles. I missed that movie. That was a great movie. Let's just read. What the fuck? That animal should have never seen daylight again. Judges should not have this much power. Look at this is what I'm saying. Look, judges should not have this much power. So who else is supposed to have a judicial power? You see what I'm saying? It's all right.
Now when we can have, summer.
Let's just look at the comments. Okay, Kamala. I don't know, but who? I mean, I don't want to throw any doubt on her. She's a beautiful sister, great sister, great looking sister, and congrats to her for having that title of Your Honor. Salute to her, man. I know she had to jump a whole bunch of hula hoops and obstacles to get where she's at, man. So salute to her, man. I tilt my hat, you know. So who knows? But look, horrific. James White is murdered. Hold on, let me see what they say, because the comments really shows you the consensus of the world, right? Jamie White is murdered in Austin. Zero information. Karmelo Anthony kills Austin Metcalf. Bell lower and he walks. Texas is a joke. Make it make sense. I read a little
now
bit
when we can have, summer interns come up
you
and they are every race, creed, color, gender.
Let me see what they say. Statistics show how the justice system is anti-white. Statistics that show the justice system anti-white. Okay, while American criminal justice system does show disparities in sentencing and incarceration rates that disproportionately impact people of color, including Black and Hispanic individuals, it's not accurate to characterize it as anti-white. Studies indicate that Black males receive longer sentences than white males in federal sentencing, and Hispanic males and females also receive longer sentencing than white males and females, respectively. Additionally, Black individuals are incarcerated at a higher rates than white individuals. Exactly. So, they know these things. They know these things. Look. Matter of fact, let me see if I could go to. I think I'm following her. Let's see all the death threats, real quick. Judge Angela, because I think I am following her. I'm not sure. Oh, her shit is on locked. Yeah, she's beginning death threats. She's been getting threats. That's why her shit is on lock. You see that? That's why I put in the poll. Let me see the votes. Did y'all vote? Let me see what it looks like. Oh, okay. So y'all say 81% of y'all say that she won't step down. 19% says that she will step down. Let me see how many. Let me refresh my screen. Let me see how many likes I got, because I need to get those likes up, y'all, for real. Let me see how many likes, because this have to go into the algorithm. So I need every like. I need every comment. I need every like. It was like 3 and some change. It's 186, 189 likes. Please get those likes up. It's 297, 299 now. It should be 299 likes. Unless you don't like what you're hearing, then I can get it. But everybody, please, y'all, just a thumb. Weak. Just please hit that like. I need that. You know what I mean? Get me up in that algae. If y'all want to jump on again, all right. I've been here an hour. I'm gonna give it another 25 minutes, and I'm ghost. Let me read the chat for a minute. Oh, make sure y'all go. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Make sure y'all go follow me on TikTok. Let me pull up my page right now. Right now. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, we seen this already. That up.
Why were you armed, Karmelo? Why were you armed at school?
All right, please, everybody, please make sure you follow me on TikTok, please. Follow me on TikTok. I'm going to put this in the chat right now. I need y'all to go subscribe. Follow me right now. I'm putting it in the chat. Everybody that has a TikTok, y'all take your ass over there and follow me right now. The link is right there. You said recipes make have the tent boss. That's crazy. I don't. Yeah, because the death threats to a judge are legal. I hear that, Corey Jones. Let me look at Corey Jones. Corey Jones, do you want to get on? Because it seems like you got a lot of heat. You hit the like, true bleed. Thank you, True Bleed. That's funny. True blood, nigga. True bleed, nigga. Nigga, I bleed true, nigga. Karmelo Anthony lawyer got viral interview. All right, let me look that up, family. Thank you. Who was that? Fatty. Fatty. I remember you. You probably got a fat ass. Sunset Beach. Do you want to jump on? Because it seemed like you in disagreements. Okay, I guess that's the word. Let me go to Facebook. Let me see. Let me go to Facebook right now. And I deactivated my shit too. Judge Angela Tucker. Okay, let's see what's up. Okay. It's only 30 seconds though, but I see what you're talking about. That's but that's the one that I just played a little while ago. That one is 31 seconds. It's this that's crazy. I mean, if it's longer, is she talking about this case? Because I only see the one that I just showed when she was saying it's good to when I take on these cases and stuff like that, it's good for them they see a person of color and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, but this is if you're talking about this was in 2021. If you're talking about that, but it's only 30 seconds. Let me look at the chat. Is that what you're talking about, Fatty? Let me see. Y'all know it wasn't a school, right? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, man. We know it wasn't no damn school, and that's what I'm saying. You are not paying attention if you think he is going to walk. Listen, jump on, family. Do you want to jump on? Me personally, I don't know if he's going to walk. I don't know if he's going to walk. I'm gonna go back to what's him like I said before. The jury selection is the only thing that's crucial. Now, would he? You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking? You know exactly what he should do. If Angela is going to oversee the whole case, you know what they should do. Don't have a jury selection. Don't let the jurors determine your fate. Have a no jury sentencing. Let the judge decide. No jurors. I just thought of that. Can you have that when it's murder? Yeah, you could. So just have a judge sentencing. Leave the jurors out. That's it. No jurors. Leave the jurors out. That's it, son. That's it. But still, public pressure from her constituents, her overseer, her boss, just regular white people that just want to damage you and end your career, and you end up in the bottom of the ocean somewhere. That's right, good one. I know, goddamn it, because it just came to me just now. No jury. They should have no jury for his sentencing, for his trial. Everything has to be directed towards the judge. Yeah, of course. No. Listen. No, and I totally agree. Speak positivity to the universe. I'm always optimistic, and I want him to get off, but we have to understand reality. I'm going to speak reality, but pray for the best. Speak reality, but pray for the best. He is up against the odds, bro. We know where we sitting at. We in the belly of the beast. We know exactly what kind of system. And we talking about a well-orchestrated, well-fortified, protected, rigged judicial system, man. We are playing their game. They're the creators of this game, so they can change up whenever they choose to. So we just got to make sure that we look at this shit on all cylinders, on all aspects, to understand that he's home. But the battle is just begun. You have to worry about all factors. The juror selection, public scrutiny, public opinion, threats, death threats, your future. All of that comes into play, man. Like it's that simple. When you're faced with reality, you know how to strategize, man. You know how to move a little better. That's it. Now, look, I'm gonna open the floor one more time. If anybody have any thoughts on this, you said yes, there is video of the release. I guess somebody didn't see the release. Did anybody see the release video yet? I'll play it again. Give him the chair. Hey, Mark Garcia. And what's crazy with that last name? That just tells me everything we need to know. But Garcia, respectfully, if you want to jump on, please do. Let me open the floor, man. I would love to have a great conversation. If you have opposing thoughts, that's fine. You still could jump on. You don't have to show your face. If you want to get out your rage, I'm not gonna yell or get mad. No, I'll let you yell and scream and act erratic. Because now, black folks, what we have to understand now is patience in your temperament. And you know my temperament is off the Richter. But I'm understanding that when you know the basics of what white supremacy is and the tactics and illogical rationale that be used just for the sake of them wanting to be right, you can't get mad because you should know already what to expect. So don't waste your energy. Let them waste theirs. Hey, if you want to get on, brother, you can get on. It's right there, brother. Whatever your name is. Marco Garcia, what's up? No, it's all good. Mr. Ra, because at the end of the day, God knows his heart. God gonna deal with that. God gonna deal with that. The poll is about the judge. Janae, I haven't seen you in a minute. Janae, how you doing, boo? You've been a rider for a long time. The poll is about will the judge step down from this case? The black judge that freedom, or the judge that's overseeing his case. Because she's getting a lot of death threats and stuff like that. So that's what it is. So Garcia ain't saying nothing else. So he just wanted to be hateful and just, oh, there you go. You said you spelt my last name wrong, and I'm an atheist, by the way, Dumbo. Well, Mark, it doesn't matter if you're an atheist. God is real. He cannot control your thoughts, but he control how your life will play out. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to believe in God. That don't mean he's not real, or she or it is not real. You like, come on now. It's all good to be an atheist. That's on you. You live with that. That got nothing to do with me. Because everything is right here. This determines your future right here. This determines everything. That's why this shit is powerful. And I'm learning more and more about my brain, because you can't leave that one. That's within me. Please continue, King. So you show us how denigrated you are and your kind is. Yeah, so at the end of the day, Mark, kiss my ass. All right, so I'm gonna play this one more time. If nobody haven't seen it, I'm gonna just play it just for those who haven't seen it. Oh yeah, I gotta play Son. Damn, I've been sitting on it the whole time. Let me just play this. Everybody, make sure you help me get to 10,000, y'all. Get me up there. Go subscribe and follow me on TikTok right now, God damn it. I'm almost there.
We're up. We're up. We're up. We're up.
Karmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say? Anything that you'd like to say to the victims, to the family of the victims? Why were you armed, sweetheart? Karmelo, why were you armed at school? Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Excuse me.
No, you didn't say.
I had the ground.
So that's him. And just look at the messages here. Some say, oh, damn, it's a lot now. When white men, y'all let these ninjas get out of hand ever since you freed. Oh, shit. Gemini Jane said, white men, y'all let these ninjas get out of hand ever since you freed them from the plantations. I blame y'all for taking your foot off their neck. Y'all better fix it. Oh, shit. Ooh, you better fix this. I'm telling y'all. You think they don't want slavery back? You think they don't want it back? Telling y'all, but them days is over. You heard? Look, black privilege. Telling y'all, it doesn't matter. See, we are the moral compass of the world. I think the black Americans. I'm not throwing anybody off, and I would just say black people as a whole. Because once I go with the black FBA shit, people start getting their panties in a bunch. But I'm gonna talk collective. But I'm gonna have to really lean towards black Americans, because we have a track record of fighting against the system, man. You know what I mean? We really are. I'm not saying anybody else is not. So I'm not trying to offend nobody, and I promise you I'm not. But we have that moral compass of like to be equal, like equal fair share. If not, we gonna demand it, and we're gonna fight for it. We just not gonna lay down and buckle. Know what I mean? Like, but anyway, let's get off this. I've been on this for a whole hour. Check it out. Oh, let me go to Wallow. Give me y'all, everybody, please listen to this. Give me your thoughts on this. What y'all think about this? Real talk. This is Wallow. speaking about black businesses. Let me know your thoughts, please.
Us. Oh, I'm black. No black people. Nobody gives a about that. Kill that shit. Either you got a good business or you don't. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material on your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. What color you is? I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them deals where the I want to spend it at. Whether it's Porsche, Ferrari, Land, I'm gonna do what the I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you is not going to make it. I'm not no fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb. I'm the #1 nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto.
What's your thoughts about that? I don't know. I mean, do y'all agree with that? Do you think he's a little bit extra? You know what I mean? I don't know. My nigga Brooklyn Cali, what's good, my G? What's up, boy? Yo, what's up,
What
fam?
up, King?
What's good, my G?
Hey, man, look, first, you can hear me real well, right?
Yeah, you frozen though, but we can hear you clear.
Okay, I'm frozen. I don't know why I'm frozen, but what I want to say, as far as that Metcalf case, before I talk about Wallow, motherfucker, these jacks been doing what they want to do to niggas forever, man. You know what I'm saying? And the way that situation played out, to me, it looked like it possibly was raining. It was inclement weather. The young bull was underneath the tarp so he could stay dry. And you got two big ass white boys that want to try to motherfucking intimidate. So of course they said something to him and he rebutted. But in this situation, the white boy had to fuck around and he found out. I don't feel no sympathy for no shit like that. Because how many times we've been put in positions with white folks and we let these white folks know exactly what it is and we don't even make it home, bro. Philando Castile.
Yeah.
Told the police he had a gun.
That's right.
Didn't make it home. Man, look, I ain't got no time for none of that motherfucking shit, man. Like, and especially like states like Texas, Florida, Georgia, these motherfucking states right there, we know what that is. That's them good old boys. Them motherfuckers think they can get that shit off. But everybody ain't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never would move to none of that shit. I would never move to none of that because I know me. Like I'm big on respect. I respect everybody. I give people respect that respect me. I fuck with people that fuck with me. That's how come you don't have to never worry about it being no bullshit. If you fuck with people and love the people that fuck with you and love you, you know that shit is genuine. You don't have to worry about no bullshit. When you out here in this world, you can't control what other motherfuckers do. Only thing you can control is yourself. So in that situation, do I believe that he was defending himself? I do. Because them was some big ass white boys.
Yeah.
In comparison to even him, them was some big ass white boys. And for the people who always make it about race, even though we gotta stop doing that, look at it as just humans, like human behavior, human activity. What made them feel like they had the right to come over there and tell him to move from up under a tarp that's not even theirs?
You hit it on the nail when you said human behavior. That is a natural reaction of being a human when right and wrong is wrong. That's
if you put in harm's way, you only gonna do one or two things. Either you gonna motherfucking take that shit or you gonna try to defend your shit.
That's right.
That's one or two things. You know, and then I hate that anybody died because we don't have enough fucking we don't care about life no more, man. Like the shit means nothing. It's not precious anymore. So motherfuckers be dying and they be dying over minuscule shit. You know what I'm saying? We done seen motherfuckers die over chicken sandwiches. We done seen motherfuckers die over soul food. We done seen motherfuckers die over dumbass shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, I'm tired of hearing like young cats. They ain't even really lived their life yet, and now he ain't got no life to live, and it's a possibility, depending on what this crooked motherfucking judicial system want to do to this young black boy, he might not have a life to live.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Thank God that there was a black judge in place that could even fucking
have the courage to reduce his fucking bail
and even think about the plight of the black individual in this country, because 9 times out of 10 that motherfucker would have had to sit in that motherfucking jail until he had a trial.
That's right. No
because
bond.
the bail would have been so high that the people wouldn't have been able to get the money up to get the shit. Right. Even though his shit was 250, his GoFundMe done raised almost double that. 250, right. 10% of 250 is 25 G's. That's all they gotta pay.
That's right.
But like they said, like you were saying earlier, I would invest in a little bit of security. And that's why I be looking at some of these videos when I be seeing like white folks be teaching their kids to shoot guns and getting these licenses and all this shit. That's the shit Mega be on. That's the shit we all need to be on.
Right. Salute to my nigga Mega, man. Salute to Mega.
Salute to my nigga Mega. But that's the shit we all need to be on, because at the end of the day, we don't want to think like this, but we been at war, bro. If we ain't at war with motherfucking Africans, we FBA. We at war with motherfucking Mexicans that think they white, but they don't realize they being used for their fucking votes. The same with the Asians. You white until you vote, then they send your ass back to where you come from, and then you want to be on camera crying and shit. Talk about it, my nigga. Like, we keeping it a buck, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta say a word, because I know when you get into your bag, that shit be different. I say it myself.
Yes,
you
please.
Motherfuckers that think y'all is white, you guys are sorely mistaken. These motherfuckers look at you. You might as well be spit on a wall when these niggas think about you and they mention you, or you a token. That goes for some of these black folks too. When they, man, I hate seeing niggas get put in position to talk shit about certain things they know that they've never been a part of. You are not a part of the good old boy club, my nigga. You are a puppet, and you never will be. When they done with your ass, they kick you to the side. Remember a couple years ago when Herschel Walker was up here running his fucking beat?
Yep.
Where the fuck that nigga at now?
On the phone.
Nobody know where that nigga at, man. He going somewhere else. As far as the Wallow shit, I'm gonna keep it a bill, man. I agree with him to a certain extent.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I agree with him to a certain extent. I'm gonna tell you why. When we do shit, we have to do it with some type of quality. I'm talking about the businesses in order for us to patronize that shit. Because number one, money is tight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to give you a chance, but we want to make sure that experience is what it need to be.
Yeah.
And you ain't cutting no corners, because if you ain't charging the same as the white man, you charging more because it's only your location.
Yeah.
Number two, you got to think about what you're dealing with and who you dealing with. And when I say that, I mean the people that have these stores. Kudos to them, because they taking a chance and trying to have their own business and do their own thing. I love that, and I want to come to a point where I'm able to do that, and I'm working my way towards that point. Right. But at the same time, it's the same thing as the first. It gotta be quality, man. It gotta be. It's the same. The first two things is the same thing. It gotta be top-notch quality. Because
go ahead, finish.
Because when we look at certain shit that the white folks do, it don't even be top-notch quality, but we look at it as top-notch quality.
True.
You dig what I'm saying? Like when we buying all these designer shits and they cost $5 to make, and you turn around and getting bumped over your head and paying $1,100 for some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've done that. You know what I'm saying? I bought the Gucci tennis shoes. I bought the Jordans. I done bought all that other kind of shit, and I still buy some of that shit sometimes. but because that's what I like to wear, I know that the quality is different from when I was a kid up until now. I can tell. That's why I stopped buying this shit so much.
Yeah.
Because not only is the quality not up to par, they adding taxes on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then the last thing for black folks that have business and the people that patronize them, as the people that patronize it, y'all, we gotta stop going in there looking for deals and handouts and shit like that. How do you expect these people to survive if they trying to have an upstanding business and you going in there just because they black and asking them to take something off the top? You ain't asked none of them white folks to take nothing. You ain't asked none of them Koreans to take nothing. You ain't asked none of them to take nothing. So let's treat our brothers and sisters the same way we treat these other motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about us. All they do is set up camp in our neighborhoods, leech off the neighborhood. We spend all our money with them. And then when they ready to, when something happened in that neighborhood, they don't give a fuck. They don't speak out. They don't do shit. All they do is keep on collecting them bucks because 9 times out of 10, we doing shit because that shit is convenient. We in the neighborhood, liquor stores on every corner. You know what I'm saying? You got a 7-Eleven. We don't own none of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways, man. But so we can't have nothing bad to say about the business. I would expect the business to come with the quality shit.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Then because I don't mind paying for shit when it's quality. I don't give a fuck where it come from.
Right.
It's for me.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that's all I had to say about it, man. Go ahead with yourself.
Hey man, but but you hit it on the head because I was gonna say about because a lot of black people they we always looking for a deal like come on son you my brother man yo let me go for $10 man I pay you back so you can't it has to be both ways you have to have quality you got to have a great store you have to be persistent you got to have you know what I mean you have everything right like a nice running business. And a nice reasonable price because black people do get charged more for certain items depending on what store you owning. And black people when the black store is correct, the products is right, everything where it needs to be, like a white store, don't ask them for a deal. Spend money, no questions asked, like you would do in a regular white store, and
That's a fact.
That's it.
A fact.
Yeah,
if
man.
you care about the community being able to recycle its dollars and thrive, if those stores are in the community, then you're not asking for no discounts. You paying the price. You taking pride in what you're buying. You taking pride in the fact that it's somebody that look like you, that's in your neighborhood, that has a legitimate business that you could go to and support. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it like that. Because when we driving all out these neighborhoods, when we go into Bell Harbor, or we going to motherfucking Beverly Hills, or we going to Century City, we going to motherfucking Newport Beach and spending racks on top of racks to buy shit out of there, them motherfuckers don't want us there. They like, man, get these motherfucking niggas the fuck out.
Hell yeah. Yep, that's how that should be, man. Hell yeah.
And you know, just let's just look at it the right way, man. We gotta look at it the right way. Wallow not all the way right, but he not all the way wrong, bro.
That's right.
He not. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I gotta say about that, bro.
Well, man, I appreciate you, my G. Shout out to my nigga Brooklyn and Cali, man. Love you, King. You already know, man. Much love to you.
Man. Yeah, salute to everybody in the chat, man. One love to you, Mike, man. It's much love, man. And keep your head up, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, keep your motherfucking head up.
Yeah, you already know, nigga.
You dig?
Yes, sir. Yes,
One
sir.
love, man. I'll holler at you.
Peace.
Right. Peace.
My nigga Brooklyn and motherfucking Cali. Yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here in a few moments. Where I'm at. Oh yeah. Let's go. Yeah, we already explained about the Wallow thing. Yeah, so that was right on point. Let's go right here. Where we at? Boom. Here we go. Excuse me. Now check this motherfucker out.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, More than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own factories and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. You know, those sophisticated European countries, which make you feel mysterious, royal, and thus luxury. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have an Hermes bag, and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else, like leathers, zippers, and hardware, remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. Now you see, those bags are made in China by our intelligent and diligent Chinese artisans. Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer and be a real person. Buy a bag from us, from our factory in China. See the real world for yourself.
Yo, China, I'm gonna play a couple of more videos on that, but listen, y'all, listen. America has brainwashed you. Me too. We are brainwashed. This is a corporation. And for those who's coming in be like, damn, why you not talking about Karmelo Anthony? I'm going to end with it. But we've been talking about it for an hour and 20 minutes. So goddamn, let's move on a little bit. I'll circle back. All right. But any motherfucking who. But we have been trained and propagandized, if that's in this proper context, have been trained to buy what we want instead of what we need, right? Now, we heard about this shit a long time ago about Jordans. These are official tissues. These are the official tissues. I got another pan there. But y'all remember when I was living in Jersey, I had boxes. I had my whole floor. Remember, I had the projector on the back screen. I had so many sneakers, it would have filled that whole shit up. But I wanted y'all to see the projector on the wall behind me. So my shit was stacked up on the side, all on the floor, everything. But y'all know the story. Y'all know the story. But at the end of the day, at the end of the motherfucking day, these sneakers is $15. $15. Lacoste shirts with the alligator. Just a V-neck is $45. It's probably $50 for an extra large today. You know what I mean? So much of the clothes that a lot of us have spent a lot of money on, and a lot of people who continue to do so, just because of the name brand. It's all about marketing. It's all about I know I'm preaching to the choir, but this is a wake-up call to literally shut down these corporations, because when you go to a Louis Vuitton store, you like the LV shit, right? You like it, right? You like it, the hat, all that. You like it, right? The Gucci belt, you like it. Y'all go up in Gucci, right? I like all that. I like all that. Y'all will pay top notch, and sometimes niggas be knowing the shit is made in China. It's just the point of braggadocious, just to tell a nigga, yeah, I paid for this hoodie $300. What the fucking do, nigga? Now you're asking me for a buzz down on a fucking square. Save you some on a cigarette. Go half on some bud. You need extra to take a cab or Uber home. Like, you spending all that money for what, nigga? So it's the braggadocious. It's the show that you paid this amount of much money for them. Those days should literally be over now, because it's dumb. Like, I know a lot of y'all is not, I know y'all understand what I'm saying. It's almost like the middleman. You want to come up. Just like, what's his name? Diego from Snow. when damn, Johnny Depp character, damn, I'm forgetting the name right now, but damn, it's right on the tip of my tongue. He always wanted to connect. Who is your connect? And when he told him something, I forgot the goddamn name, the nigga went straight to the plug. So why are we going to these stores? Ladies, y'all probably been doing this shit. A lot of rappers probably have been doing this. So here's the thing. They know too. They probably be getting it straight from China too. Just because we know they rich. That means even though they probably paid mad less for the shirt, we probably think he paid thousands. So a lot of them are smart, but we just don't know they smart. But you know they know. So I guess they smart. They should be. Go straight to the plug. Yeah, the movie blow, but the George. It's something George. George something. I keep listen, man. I'm getting older now. What's the character? Boy George, not Boy George. Yeah, I said the movie blow. Derek for real. That's the plug. But what's the name? Something George. I keep forgetting, but goddamn. Anywho, but I take America. Who is this clown? Who let the clowns? King So. Who? I don't know who you talking to, man. I ain't one of those, brother. If King So, any of my snipers in here, if King So is one of those, Boston George, goddamn it, thank you, get his ass up out of here. If King So is one of those crazy people, man, I don't know yet, but you say I fly to China, I fly to Korea and get suits made in 24 hours for one bag. You can get a round trip plane ticket. Thank you, bye. You did that shit before, Bella? How much is it? I'm not even gonna. I want to. Oh shit! I'm getting my credit right. I got to make something big happen, man. And my credit is looking real good right now. 2 more months, my credit gonna be at least 800, man. I need my shit to hit 8. I'm not fucking with nothing less than 8. Give it a couple of months. I think I said too much right there, but god damn it, I'm pushing for it. But god damn it. I hear you, Bella. God damn it. I hear you, god damn it. I hear you. But start going to the plug. Start going to the plug. Start going to the plug. Order from fucking China. Plain and simple. If they want to say, let me see your bag, and they say made in China, say, yup, you dumb bitch. Look, it's the same bag, same quality. Your stupid ass paid an extra $2,400. Stupid. We have to start making them look stupid because we have to start making them look stupid for spending that much. We need to reverse it. Sometimes we have to reverse it. You can't be a dickhead all your life. You know, people just put on smiles. I know I'm probably over like beating a dead horse right now, but you know how people just overdo it damn, I just lost my point. You know I'm getting old now. You see that? I am human, but fuck you. It's gonna come back. Woo, I lost my point. But anyway, I'll get back to that. I just got back from Thailand. You just got back from Thailand? I just got back from Thailand last month, and they got all the shit there. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking about even moving to China. Word, because let me play this video because this is going to make my point. Check this video out. Hold on, soldier. Shout out to my rude boys out there too. Check this shit out. Listen to this, man. I love America. I do. I love America. But listen to this.
They rob you blind and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scandal. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs ship your job to China, not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap labors. And in the process, they hollowed out your middle class, crushed your working class, and told you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, lift millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulate the market, dodge tax, and pour billions into endless wars. And you get stagnated wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flag wave property made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs fit your lies. Well, they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
Did y'all hear that? China didn't bomb, invade no country. Look how futuristic China is. They got bombed Nagasaki, Hiroshima, and so forth and so on. And you know what they did? They went to the drawing board. They said, Fang Ching, we're going to go to the drawing board. Chung Li, Ryu, Ken, and Wu Fan Ching. We're going to literally study these people. Because those people over there, they can't trust each other. They stab people in the back. They stab their own family in the back just for the dollar. America is a corporation. They don't care about anything. They don't care about religion, no God, their own family, their own fellow man. They all about money, so they easily brought. So let's do it. Let's get our country together. Let's get our brightest minds. Get all of our brightest minds on all levels. On every level possible. Train them, teach them, pour the resources, and build these great fucking minds so we can multiply and get our country together, get our plans together, get our money together, buy up the land in America because it's for free. They move all their businesses offshores for cheap labor. Let's do it. Let's take their money. So they think they're getting over on us because they're making a bigger profit. But the slow turtle is always going to win the race because they're going to slowly pile up. They moving too fast. They're not even thinking. And what they did was masterful. You cannot blame the Chinese for America's dumb ass mismanaging money and literally dumbing down the people. I love America. There's no other place like it, but we cannot sit up here and act like this system is not fooling and tricking everybody. You have to be dumb if you don't understand. Evidently, some of y'all is dropping out. Y'all don't want to hear it, but it's true, you stupid motherfuckers. You the one stupid, not me. So thanks for dropping out because you're stupid. And I'm not taking it back because you are afraid to look at the truth because it's true. And I love America. But China is playing chess. America is playing checkers as usual and selling all of us down the road. Call your local whatever the fuck. Call your fucking bank. Call this and call that. Who the fuck is picking up the phone? Ain't nobody from over here. And may I help you? What's your number? And I send you a PIN number to your phone and let me know and verify the phone number that I sent to you. Do you hear it? Let me know. I wait. Thank you, please. Thank you. Is there anything else that you need? Oh, thank you. Get the fuck up out of here. There's nobody from here that can help us with our shit unless you're calling a T-Mobile or some crazy or whatever. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. But everything is offshore. Even our technicians, our IT, they're all Indian. Then we getting these fucking random calls all day from different numbers, and they all Indian. They knowing your name. They knowing the insurance that you had some years ago. They know this, they know that, and they trying to swindle you. All these Indians, all these motherfucking Indians, calling all of our numbers from different numbers 18 damn times a day. You know how many fucking block numbers I got on my phone? And they call, and I'm thinking it probably somebody, hey, Michael, how the fuck you know my name, bitch? Get the fuck up out of here. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna play. Hold on, damn! I said I wasn't gonna be on here for no 2 hours, man. I'm gonna play a little bit more, and I'm gone. And thank you, Queen Kente Claw, for you the only one that donated to the platform. If this gonna rub you out the wrong way, okay, I'm not gonna go too hard. But god damn, nigga, y'all niggas don't even donate. Like, do I have to get mad to curse her out for a extra donation? Like, damn, and she be the main one. Like, get the fuck out of here. But it's all good. God damn, I ain't been on here in weeks. Still nothing. Like, get the. I know I'm here for your enjoyment, bitch. Yeah, I said it. And fuck you. And drop. I told you I don't care because you evidently don't care either. So I'm giving y'all the same energy. Fuck you. Facts. That's look. It is what it is. I don't bite my tongue. But anyway, for those who it don't even matter. But I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. Okay, you heard? Hold on. Let's get back to it, motherfuckers. I ain't biting my tongue for you niggas. Another one. Look at all these brands. Look at this.
In China, Ralph Lauren, Armani,
and Brooklyn and Cali. I always go with Brooklyn.
Michael Kors, Coach, Calvin Klein, Prada, Balmain, Swarovski, Adidas, The North Face, Rimowa, Levi's, Burberry, Versace, Chanel, Dior, Ferragamo, Timberland, Yves Saint Laurent, Victoria's Secret, Puma, Uniqlo, Disney, Max Mara, Givenchy. The producing cost
Insane.
is 1/10 of its price. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Helen,
Guess what?
your business
I'm
advisor
ordering
in
from
China. In China, Ralph Lauren, Armani, Nike, Dior, Lululemon, Apple, Michael Kors, Coach, Calvin Klein, Prada, Balmain, Swarovski, Adidas, The North Face, Rimowa, Levi's, Burberry, Versace, Chanel, Dior, Ferragamo, Timberland, Yves Saint Laurent, Victoria's Secret, Puma, Uniqlo, Disney, Max Mara, Givenchy. The producing cost
Insane.
is 1/10 of its price. Can you believe it?
Paying 1/10 of the price.
Helen,
Guess what?
your business
I'm
advisor
ordering
in
from
China.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me. Yo, China is killing it, son. China, they killing it. They really killing it. They killing it. Can't get mad at them motherfuckers. Can't get mad at them at all. Look at all this.
It ain't no way we've been getting finesse like this, y'all. And China just exposed it all. So boom, Americans out here dropping $800.12 and even $4,000 and more on design of clothes, thinking it's all luxury, all high quality clothes, the high end stuff. But China just pulled the curtain back and showed the world that most of the stuff is made in the same factories with material that costs a fraction of the price. So we're talking shoes that cost $30 to make, but is being sold in US for $700. And we're talking hoodies that cost $10 to make. That's being sold for over $300, and jeans that cost $50 to make. That's being sold for over $300, sold for $500 to $1,000. That's not my end. That's robbery, y'all. And this is the crazy thing. This is not even new. A lot of people just been blind to it. They think it just because they got a fancy label, that means they cost more. In reality, that just means the mock UPS is better. China basically said, hey, y'all go now. Y'all better act like, and now everybody mad. They not mad at China. They mad at the brands that been overpricing this stuff they've been buying. They've made at the brands that they've been worshiping. See a liquor, no Diddy, they see. And now they were never buying quality, they were buying status. And they finally waken up. All of this happened because of this tariffs. People would have never knew, or some people was really too blind to even notice the fact. But now everything is front and center for everybody to see. So if you wanted them, people that dropped the check on this design of, and now you feel played, let me know down below in the comments.
I'm going to go off what you just said, love. Now, I know somebody else could donate to the platform. So Not another person. Nobody else. That's insane. But what you said, Kente, you said a lot of black people living there and thriving. Do your research. So there's a lot of people living in China, right? Or Taiwan or whatever, right? You said China. I believe it, man. And I ain't gonna hold you. I thought about it like recently. It kind of just came to my head, like right before all this being like thriving or whatever the case may be. I mean, not thriving. This how viral it went with China exposing and shit like that. That's kind of crazy. You know, and I thought about like, yo, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that's what I'm gonna do, but I don't know. I love it here too much, man. I do. I love it here too much, but I was talking to a troll in the chat. Okay, well, fuck him. Anyway, whoever overpaid everything. Well, thank you, Sirius, but I take Cash App, man. Yeah, you nigga, you seen the link, man. But I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Never ungrateful. Thank you. But anyway, I've been here long enough. I've been here like really long enough. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Like I said, I've been running on 4 hours of sleep, man. So anyway, thank you, Serious Business TV. I appreciate you, King. Again, like I said, man, I'm very appreciative, man. You know, I just like some support, man. Yeah. So with that being said, man, hopefully everybody enjoyed the content today. Before y'all leave, please make sure y'all share this live. At least that's what you can do. At least do that. Can you share? Share it. And I appreciate it. Share this video. Hit the like before y'all leave. Share. Hit the like before you leave. Rest in peace to Austin Metcalf. Rest in peace. Welcome. Oh, shit. I want to play this for the record. I forgot. I want to play this for the record. Let's do it. I forgot about this. I forgot. Hopefully, I don't get a copyright, but let me play this. I forgot. I literally forgot to play this. I should have played this earlier. And I'm going to end here. I helped enough. All right, Tyron Ward. Thank you, Corey, for tuning in. I mean subscribing. Where you at? Queen Kente, you still in here, sweetheart? You still in here? Let me know if you're still in here, Queen Kente. Hold on, before I press play, I want to know if you're still in here, sweetie. Thank you, Mike. Man, you know I appreciate you, my G. Salute. Well, Brooklyn to Cali, do me a favor. Teron Ward, can you Queen Kente on Mike, can you please give Teron Ward a headshot out of here, like headshot, no block. I mean, block him. Get him. Can you please get him out of here for me? Thank you. That's not funny. But anyway, let's
it's time for today's face-off on Fox Soul. Challengers Quan LX and Big Angry Adams ready to go blow by blow on those hot topics. Face-off on Fox Soul starts right now.
But he did it in self-defense.
New documents.
Let me skim out. All right, here we go. This one I meant to play the whole time, the last live I did. Let's get right to it because I ain't gonna hold you. I heard a little bit of it. I never heard the whole thing. It's 22 minutes. Let me see. Damn, this shit is 22 minutes. I don't think it depends on how good it is. I might play the whole thing. If y'all want me to play the whole thing, press 1. But this is kind of long. But let's go.
Student in Frisco, Texas, at a track meet. And watching that newscast, it upsets me because that newscast is full of damn lies. This is a tragic situation where a young man lost his life, yes. But young Karmelo Anthony, in this case, the young man who's been charged with murder, he did not assault anyone in the beginning. He didn't start this fight. The young man approached him with his brother, threatening Karmelo to move out of a spot that was not assigned to anybody. Where Karmelo was sitting, he had a right to be sitting. There was no assigned seating anywhere in the stadium that excluded students from sitting in certain areas. Then when they went to Karmelo, he was threatened by both brothers. And he told them, don't put your hands on me. And they threatened to put their hands on him. and he told them, if you put your hands on me, watch what happens. The white kid, in this case, punched Karmelo in the face. He didn't push him, he punched him in the face. And then that young man defended himself, and unfortunately, a young student lost his life. But Charles, in the state of Texas, you have a right to stand your ground, and if you are the victim of a vicious attack, you can use deadly force if necessary to protect yourself and your life, to stop you from becoming a further victim of an assault or a crime. Why is this young man in jail when he didn't start it? He didn't approach anyone. They approached him. They used profane language toward him. They threatened him and then assaulted him, and he defended himself. Why is he in jail? He's defended himself from a vicious attack and assault. So this young man, in my opinion, should not be in jail. Teach your children. Keep your hands to yourself. That's what needs to be taught here. And to tell this young brother to give up your seat, give me your seat, this ain't no damn Rosa Parks era. You just can't go to a young black man and say, give up your seat. He had a right to sit there. And so that brother had his back of the bus moment and refused to give up his seat, and it cost that young white kid his life.
I rarely say this, Quanell. I sometimes internalize it, but shame on you. How absolutely despicable for you to sit here and try to draw this false equivalency between Rosa Parks and this.
I swear this will be the last of many interjectors, but I swear, because I know, because I want to hear it too, but it doesn't matter. Even if this is coerced, but probably not. But this is the typical thinking of the dominant society. They don't care about rationale. Longs that they sound right, that don't mean they are. Longs that their illogical rationale of the situation make them feel right, they're going to always go against the moral understanding and the right and wrong of a situation. Let's continue.
Scumbag murderer, right? Shame on you for living a life defined by make-believe racial grievance that you seek a pulpit to lie to people. And let's talk about those lies. Even if you assume everything that is coming out of the Karmelo Anthony camp, even if you assume all of that is true,
it's witnesses.
Under the laws of the state of Texas, he is still absolutely guilty of murder, period. Like, you can assume all the fabrications are true. It's still murder, right? You do not have a right to use deadly force in response to a shove or a punch. Now, mind you, all the witness statements are saying it was a shove that was goaded, but let's assume everyone's lying and this murderer is telling the truth. You still can't, because the scenario, what you're advocating for, and pulling Rosa Parks into, is that every time someone walks through a club and someone shoves them or bumps them, you can pull out a knife and stab them in the heart and kill them. And I have no doubt that more is going to come out of Karmelo Anthony, that more evidence. So there are rumors that I don't want to regurgitate.
Oh, please do.
No. Let's talk about what has been sold.
Nigga, that suit is tight. Nigga, when the word tailor, when I tell you the word tailor, that is tailored. That shit fit every muscle, indent, and curve on that nigga body. If he do, his muscles gonna poke right out that shit.
Sent me this weekend when we were discussing it. You sent me the statement by the police chief that turned out to be just fabricated. Somebody out there making believe the FBI is now involved, right? And that people are regurgitating all over social media. And it's all driven on racial lines. You are the one that was calling for Daniel Penny to go to prison for life. Now, mind you, we have this new spectacular game in America, right? Where we play white man always bad and evil, black man always good, no matter what happens. The truth is, my feelings on this, if it was a white young man who brought a knife to school, went to someone else's tent, started being a jackleg, refused to move out, and then pulled out a knife and jabbed it in someone's heart, I would call him a murderer. And if a white kid did exactly what Karmelo Anthony did to a black kid, you would be out here marching in the streets.
Oh, no, I would
People
not
would
be.
burning your.
Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you. What's the name in the chat? Excuse me. Hold on 1 second. Gucci Queen. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you for the PayPal.
George
through your
Zimmerman,
teeth.
George Zimmerman with the Trayvon Martin and put his hands on that kid who was doing nothing wrong. And you same white folks found George Zimmerman not guilty of murder when Trayvon was defending himself. Right here in Texas, you've had many cases where white men have been assaulted by black men. They use deadly force and they're not charged.
Why are you talking about something else?
You cannot
Why are you
tell
lying
me.
about my
Here are the
position,
facts.
you despicable,
Here's the
shameless
facts, Charles.
liar?
He
Go
was
ahead,
assaulted.
liar.
That young
You
man
wanna
was
say
assaulted.
nigga.
He was threatened more than one time. He was asked to move from an area he had a right to sit in. He didn't approach nobody. He didn't threaten nobody. That young man, after being threatened continuously 3 times in a row, was punched in the face. He had a right to defend himself. So don't tell me that this young man can be threatened multiple times and physically punched and assaulted, and he ain't got a right to put his hands in self-defense on the person assaulting him. And he can use whatever force is
Why do you
necessary
lie
to
so
stop
much?
the attack.
Why do you just
You
lie
brought up Daniel
all the
Penny.
time?
You brought up Daniel
I
Penny.
did.
Daniel Penny choked the young man to death on the subway.
Yeah.
But that young man hadn't assaulted anybody. He was making threats, but he physically didn't touch anyone.
Right.
This case was threats backed up by a physical attack and assault that this young man put on that young black brother.
And don't forget that Daniel Penny snuck up from behind him. He snuck up from behind. The dude that he choked out didn't even know who killed him. He's dead right now. Didn't even know who was there choking him. Daniel Penny was in no danger. He went behind him and put him in the yoke and murdered him. He wasn't in no threat, but he got off. It's all right because it's all
brother. That young black brother had a right to defend himself when he was beyond threatened but viciously attacked.
Well, there's another key difference, right? Mr. Penny, right, had a crazy guy going up and screaming and yelling and threatening to kill people, an unhinged guy that should have probably been in a hospital.
The same thing the white boy did to Karmelo Anthony.
You know, not screaming over you. Let me finish, right? And Daniel Penny, not using a deadly weapon, restrained him. And I said from the very beginning, there's a real question about where the line was drawn and what he did and if he was alive. Now, the medical examiner came out and they said it turns out that the fellow was still alive when Mr. Penny let him go. But that was a very nuanced situation. But here's a big nuance. I mean, something that you're ignoring is it didn't involve a deadly weapon. But let's talk about examples. So Daniel Penny put up a GoFundMe and it got taken down. Oh, it can't be up, right? The Anthony family, the wonderful Anthony family that raised this murderer, did such a wonderful job, this defender, right, of liberty, this new Rosa Parks for 2025, as you call him. They put a GoFundMe up for $100,000. It didn't get taken down. The moment, minutes after it got the $100,000, they jacked it up for more money because it's all just a con.
George
It's
Zimmerman
all just
raised
con.
$1 million that was donated to him after killing Trayvon Martin. Kyle Rittenhouse, after he killed 2 people in cold blood, he raised over $1 million. Wait a minute, the officer who killed Michael Brown, he raised almost $2 million. So don't tell me that when black folks decide to put money and support behind a young brother who didn't start a fight, who didn't threaten nobody, who was sitting where he could have right to be sitting, was threatened more than one time, was physically attacked, he defends himself, and then all of a sudden he's in jail for murder. But guess what, brother? We gonna stand behind ours like you white folks stand behind yours.
Okay, let me
that
be
young
clear.
brother was attacked.
I know you're yelling because you really get worked up when you're lying. But let me say, let me say very clear.
But then it's justified.
Us killing
but we defend ourselves.
Now,
it's murder.
Let's
hell with that.
Firstly, George Zimmerman, absolutely a murderer. The officer that shot Michael Brown, there's evidence that Michael Brown attacked him. The question is, there's also some evidence that he was running away that was refuted. That's a very weird situation. It exemplifies wall cops.
But this young man attacked Karmelo Anthony.
Hold on, Mr. Liar in Chief.
No, you're the liar.
No, I'm not going to lie.
Because you white folk hate when black folks
You
defend
brought up
themselves.
George Zimmerman. He was prosecuted. It failed.
And white folks found him not guilty. All white
He was
jury.
absolutely a murderer, in my opinion. I disagreed with that outcome, just like I disagree with the officer that murdered Tamir Rice, not facing charges.
Found not guilty.
You act like well, he was never charged.
A grand jury said not guilty. Let him go.
Here's the
Sandra
thing.
Bland.
You act like all white people have this one opinion. What we're only seeing in America right now is the only thing we see is the brazenness of some people. Obviously, it's not everyone that racialize every incident and they look at it through the prism of race, right? And for you, if you flip-flop the races here, you would be screaming about the entire different thing, and I'd be agreeing with you that was wrong. But you make all of your decisions based on race. Then you lie and scream
that's
and
your
talk.
assessment
No, it's
here.
not an assessment.
Because there's a white victim in this
so
case.
I'm
sorry, Charles. He didn't start a fight.
I'm sorry. I just have to say this. I'm very sorry to interject right there. You just made something. You just made a point, Shorty, that it eluded my mind during this broadcast. There are 3 funds for Austin's family. Sorry that Austin died. I feel the same way. Keep your hands to your goddamn self. The family stories keep changing. Now check it out. Hold on 1 second. I promise I'll make this brief. And I don't give a fuck. This is my platform. Goddamn it. The father got over 300 mother effing thousand. The mother got over 100 something $1,000. It don't cost that much to bury somebody. I get it. I support who you want to support. But both GoFundMes, they didn't get shut down. Karmelo Anthony's family had one on GoFundMe. They shut that shit down. Then he put it on what's that other one? Whatever the name of it, I forgot the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but Gimme, some shit like that. Gimme, is it called Gimme? I don't know. It's some shit. Donate, whatever the fuck that shit is. But come on, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that one right there. But double standards is a motherfucker. Okay. America with 3 Ks, motherfucker.
He didn't threaten anybody.
Well, actually,
Carmelo Anthony did not threaten anybody.
Very clear.
I've talked to witnesses. I've talked to the family. I've talked to the grandfather.
Which family?
Carmelo Anthony's family.
Exactly.
And I've talked to his family.
You're getting paid.
And gotten
You're
details.
getting paid
Not
for
a
them?
penny.
Yeah,
Not a penny.
yet.
But
Here's
guess
the
what?
deal.
I'll say this to you.
Don't say it.
Not only am I not getting paid, I'm sending some of my money to his defense fund.
Okay, hey,
Because that young brother
let's talk
deserves
about
an adequate and thorough defense, and I'm donating to it, and I pray others do also.
So if he has such a valid defense, why are there so many lies swirling around in the slurry of social media that first it was that there was past encounters between these brothers and Mr. Anthony and his girlfriend, that they robbed Mr. Anthony, that they attacked him and beat him up, and he was looking at his life was threatened. None of it occurred. There's very detailed witness accounts that are available.
But there's all
Why
kind of lies
did
going
you
on.
send me?
There are all kind of lies going on.
Actually, there's not, right?
Now, what about this one?
So I read it.
Now, this young
I'm
man
not
was
finished.
killed.
You can yell. I
Hold
can
on,
yell
dude.
too. No, you interrupted
you
me.
opening your mouth to me like
you've been
that.
yelling at
Don't
me the
fight
whole
me.
time.
You
You've
white
been yelling
folks
the whole
are
time.
reaping what you sow.
White folks.
You're reaping what you sow. You're reaping what you sow.
So what did Austin Metcalf deserve to get murdered in your book?
When he threatened more than once.
Okay.
When he approached
what did he say?
Let me finish.
What did he say?
When he threatened that,
How did he threaten?
that if he did not give up his seat, what he was going to do.
What did he say
when
he
he
was going to
threatened
do?
that young man
What did he say?
that if you don't move, I'm going to punch you in your face.
Okay.
2.
That's right.
3, when he decided that he was going to take his hand, punch that innocent kid in the face who didn't threaten him, who was not breaking any laws, who was not violating no school policies or procedures. When he did that, he crossed the line.
He was
and
violating
it gave Carmelo Anthony the right to defend himself. Carmelo Anthony was not the instigator. He was not the initial aggressor. The instigator, the threatener, and the initial aggressor, Mr. Metcalf, died. He brought that on himself.
Okay. That's a disgusting take. Right, but you said he wasn't breaking any rules. Was it a violation of school policy to come to the track meet armed with a deadly weapon?
Now,
yes or no?
Wait a minute.
Yes or no?
It was that kind of knife.
No?
It was that kind of knife.
Yes or no?
It was not that kind of knife.
Well, what kind of knife was it?
That's the lie being told.
No.
It was not no butcher knife, no kitchen knife. It wasn't no buck knife. It wasn't that kind of knife.
What kind of knife was it?
See, I'm going to be quiet right now. It's going to come out.
Oh,
those knives that he used were the same ones they used to help put them tents up.
Okay, so he was armed with a knife.
Everybody, a lot of kids had those knives putting those tents up. It's a custom knife that they used to put those tents up. He didn't bring no weapon like that.
Are you allowed to carry a knife at school?
Charles, it was not that type of weapon.
Okay. Was it a knife
at all,
or not?
Charles? It was something that they used to help erect tents.
Okay. Who told you this?
All of them. Let me say this to you, Charles. I'm not going to get too deep into that.
I get
point,
that. Had Carmelo been in trouble before for carrying a weapon at school?
I don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about it. Okay.
That's
so we can agree
I don't know how true
that it is in fact a violation of policy to have a deadly weapon at a track meet. Yes or no? Yes or no? Can we agree to that?
He didn't bring that type of weapon.
Okay.
He did not.
Did he have a weapon? hidden in his
He
backpack.
used a weapon to defend himself.
Did he
Charles.
open up his backpack?
He used a
and
weapon to
say,
defend himself.
I dare you to touch me.
No, Charles.
Well, so
he had a
everyone's
right
lying?
to do that.
Oh, well, really?
He wasn't wrong.
Really?
If you in my face
Okay.
threaten to do bodily harm to me, if you threaten me over and over to do bodily harm to me, and then
what were
you
the
punch me
threats?
in my face,
because
he got a right to use whatever force necessary to stop that attack.
So what you're saying is, if it turns out that everyone that was there that gave witness statements that have been published, if they weren't lying, and he didn't punch him in the face, right? If they didn't threaten him with physicality, he didn't punch him in his face, do you still think that murder was
Charles,
okay?
I've talked to two
do you
students.
still think that
Let me
murder
go a
was
little
okay?
deeper. I've talked to two students who were right there, Caucasian students.
Okay.
And they told me, yes, he was punched in the face.
Who were those students?
I'm not going to name them.
Okay, of course you're not.
But those
Because
two
you're lying to Fox
no,
Soul.
you are damn lying.
No, I'm
I
not.
talked to those two students.
You're the same
and
person.
They admitted that he punched that boy in the face after threatening him. Charles.
Okay, you are the same person that sent me this narrative along with the false police chief
That
statement.
was put out there before the public, yes.
Right? The thing is, you are just regurgitating lies that are all designed that you wouldn't. And my whole problem is not that you're. My whole problem
If
is
he
not.
punched him in the face.
My whole problem.
So if he threatened him and punched him, was that self-defense?
No, it's still not a Texas.
So if you
want me to
so
tell
if
you
he
what?
threatened you over the and punch him in the face, you can't use no force necessary to stop that attack. So Texas don't have a standing ground law.
Do you want?
Texas don't have a standing ground law.
Not in that context.
Oh,
no.
stop it,
I think you
Charles.
misunderstand it.
No,
if
he got a stand your ground law,
Okay,
Charles,
let-
and he stood his ground.
Okay, you're lying.
He stood his ground,
And I don't
Charles.
know for sure, although I know you're a very intelligent man, so I think you're knowingly lying as opposed to just.
No, you
but
just
my
don't like
problem,
putting the truth
my
in
real
your
problem with this, it's not that you're wrong about Texas law. My real problem with this is that this incident has made it glaringly clear that you are willing to take whatever position you have to take, irrespective of the truth, based purely on skin color. And that's repugnant. In Texas, right? So let me educate you about self-defense. He did not have the option to escalate to the use of a deadly.
That is the fucking maggot calling the rice white. Get the fuck up out of here. These people be having the nerve. I told you that the logic that they have, they will say anything, regardless if they contradict what they said before, long as that they feel that they are right. That's all that matters. These are hypocritical people, man. Oh my God. This is study case law right here. This is white and I say so 101.
Weapon and deadly force in response to any sort of just shove, or even if it was a punch, right? You can't pull out a gun and shoot someone that punches you.
So what can you do if you get
now,
punched?
Hold on. If
in Texas,
you can punch them back.
I'll
You can
stop
shove
it,
them
Charles.
back. No, it's true.
You got a right to stop the aggressor.
No, you don't have
You got
a right to use
stand
deadly
your
force.
ground and stop the
So
aggressor.
you think that we live in a state where every time someone shoves or punches someone, the other person can pull out a gun or a knife and kill them?
This is what I believe.
Yes or no?
This is what I believe.
No, you're going to
That
lie.
if
Lie
you
more
go
to the
up to
audience.
someone and you threaten them, continuously threaten them, and then you follow up on that threat and physically attack them and assault them, they got a right to use whatever force is necessary to stop the aggressor. That's what I believe. And that's what took place in this case.
So here's a truth for you. If you have to make stuff up to justify what you're arguing,
how is he? I hate.
You don't have an argument, right? And the truth is, the scenario, the Texas and America that you're arguing for, and you're only arguing for it because the murderer is black, right? If the murderer was white and the victim was black, you'd be leading marches in the street.
No, I
people
would
be
not.
burning stuff down. But that's a whole different deal.
This dude is probably this guy right here who's speaking, he is 19 years old speaking. Look how old his ass looks.
You want an America, and you can't even see the slippery slope. You want an America where every time someone punches somebody on a campus, at an airport, and wherever, if they can get their hands on a deadly weapon, they can open up their bag and say, hey, you better not touch me or else, and then shove a knife in someone's heart or shoot a gun through their chest. That's the America you want.
An America to where if You are not a double standard America, not a two-system
that's all-
justice
that's
America.
all you want.
Not laws
That's
for
all
white
you
folks or
want.
black folks. What I want is an America that says, if you go up to somebody who's not doing anything wrong to you, who's not threatening you, and you start threatening them, and then you follow up those threats by physically attacking them, they got a right to use whatever force that is necessary to stop that assault and that aggressor. That's the America that I
But see,
want.
that's
But
not the story that's
unfortunately,
out there.
whenever black people or black men
Oh,
do that to a
okay.
white person,
Yes,
it's
that's what it is.
justified. Whenever
That's
a white person kill a
that's-
black person,
okay.
just thinking they were
Okay.
threatened, it's justified.
So-
You said on this show and you said Daniel Penny was not guilty. You said on this show and said Daniel Penny should be found not guilty, that it was wrong that he be charged. And the young man that he choked to death did not physically assault Daniel Penny at all. He was threatening somebody else, and Daniel Penny intervened and choked him to death. So how in the hell can you sit here right now and say that a young man who was threatened over and over, as Karmelo Anthony was, and was punched, that he doesn't have a right to defend himself?
I've never seen this before. Now, for those who haven't, let's see the logical answer. And normal white people, they always move the goalposts. They will never answer the question. They'll just flip the script.
Because in the other case, Mr. Penny is white, and in this case, Daniel, in this case, Karmelo Anthony is black.
Actually, it was you that took the opposite position. I took the same position, right? That you have to look at when you have a claim of self-defense, you have to look at the immediate facts and what happened and talk about, especially one where you have a physical force, a restraint that led to a death. It turned out the testimony during the trial was that and I forget his name, he was still alive when law enforcement got there. So it contravenes the narrative that his death was caused by the chokehold. Now, I don't know. I didn't sit on the jury. And then it comes down to a reasonable use of non-deadly force, right?
I am
He was
not
restraining
surprised.
him, and the question was, the restrain too much? It's a very nuanced question, and that was my
Nuanced.
position.
No,
You
very-
want to make everything black or white because you're a liar,
So,
but I'm not
Is
finished.
it a crime to threaten somebody with physical harm?
Again, there is no evidence.
You a lawyer,
Yeah.
based on witness testimony, Charles.
Moving
Is it
the
a crime in
goalposts.
Texas to threaten somebody with physical harm?
It is.
Yes or no?
It is a class. Let me.
Okay.
I let you go on.
Yes or no, sir?
It is a traffic ticket level.
Okay,
officer.
now wait a minute. Is it
Now, keep
also
this bell
is it
running.
also a crime to physically attack someone who's no threat to you whatsoever?
It is a crime to assault people. It'd be class C. If
So
there was
did
no
not
pain,
Mr.
there
Co-
was assault.
So did Mr. Metcalf die in the commission of a crime?
Okay. Again, you don't
this
have a
guy-
right. See, you don't.
Did he die committing a crime?
Well, I don't know. In
So
fact,
if he physically attacked that kid first,
what the witness
that
statements
was a
are.
crime.
Okay, but the witness statements are that
I want to scream and wake up, but everybody's up. Damn, man. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
that he told him that, in fact, that Karmelo Anthony went under the tent and was harassing people.
Yes.
Oh,
He asked him to leave,
Charles,
and then
Charles.
he
Mr.
It was a
Metcalf
shove.
died
You're lying.
in the commission of committing
Karmelo
a crime.
Anthony is a disgusting murderer.
No,
and you
he's
would
not.
be
He's
calling him a
no,
disgusting
he's
murderer
not.
if he was
is
white.
a
You would
victim
be
of an attack.
marching, burning, and
Oh my God. Damn, son. Just have to process this shit. Do anybody have anything else to say? Press 1 for no, press 2, press 1 for yeah, press 2 for no. Because I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm just gonna let that shit simmer out. I'm done. Oh, just for a recap, just a quick recap. Just understand something. They let him out. He's on bond. Like in the polls that I put on the in the chat, above the chat. Will Angela Tucker, the black judge, will she step down? Who knows? He cannot get the death penalty because he's 17 years old. He cannot get life without parole because the crime that was committed, he was under the age of 18. So life without parole, or death penalty is off the table. But the case might get tried in Collin County, but the demographics is only 10% of Black Americans in that town, and the majority is white, and the majority is Asian, the majority is Hispanics, the majority is Hispanic whites, and so off and so on. So the peers that's going to judge them, if they have a jury sentencing, if they have a jury trial, they can literally make him do as much time possible. He still could get like 50 years in prison. Let it sink in. He still could get 40 years in prison. Let that sink in. Or he probably could just get 5 years probation, whatever. Or maybe 10 years, 15 years. But this is Texas. We know how it gets down. And we know we are still under the foot of white supremacy, especially in the judicial system. He is not off the hook yet. But I digress. Peace. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Please hit the like button before y'all leave. Hit that like button now. And if you did not share this live, and I know this was a great live. I really enjoyed this live from the beginning to right now. I enjoyed the whole live. I hope you did too. Please share this live and let it reach as much people as possible. Peace, motherfuckers. I'm out.